10 more Democratic presidential candidates took the stage in Detroit Wednesday night, and there was plenty of headbutting. Former Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Kamala Harris headlined night 2 of the debate, hosted by CNN. They were joined by Senators Michael Bennet, Cory Booker, and Kirsten Gillibrand, former Housing Secretary Julian Castro, Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard, Mayor Bill de Blasio, Governor Jay Inslee, and Andrew Yang. All eyes were on Biden and Harris and whether the two would spar again. And that was the first thing that happened.
The senators had several plans so far. And anytime someone tells you you're going to get something good in 10 years, you should wonder why it takes 10 years.
We will ensure that everyone has access to health care. Your plan, by contrast, leaves out almost 10 million Americans.
Healthcare dominated the beginning of the debate, with many of the candidates attacking each other's proposals directly.
That is totally different from the plan that Senator Warren and Senator Sanders and Senator Harris have proposed, which would make illegal employer-based health insurance in this country and massively raise taxes on the middle class to the tune of $30 trillion.
Certainly, with all due respect to Senator Bennet, what he's saying is absolutely inaccurate about taxes. Americans right now are paying so much money for their health care. Ask people about the reality of premiums, deductibles, co-pays, out-of-pocket expenses. That's worse than any tax.
Discussion moved on to other policy issues, including climate change, immigration, and criminal justice. There were plenty of contentious moments, and Biden was frequently the target.
If you cross the border illegally, you should be able to be sent back. It's a crime. It's a crime, and it's not one that, in fact...
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Secretary Castro, please, your response.
First of all, Mr. Vice President, it looks like one of us has learned the lessons of the past and one of us hasn't.
Why did you announce in the first day a zero-tolerance policy of stop and frisk and hire Rudy Giuliani's guy in 2007 when I was trying to get rid of the crack cocaine?
Mr. Vice President, there's a saying in my community, you're dipping into the Kool-Aid and you don't even know the flavor.
Despite the headbutting on stage, a few candidates took the opportunity to remind viewers that they all have the same ultimate goal: beating President Trump in 2020.
I speak for just about everyone watching when I say I would trust anyone on this stage much more than I would trust our current president on matters of criminal justice.
I will not do foreign policy by tweet, as Donald Trump seems to do all the time.
I would take any Democrat on this stage over the current president of the United States, who is rolling it back to our collective peril.
Number one, we can no longer allow a white nationalist to be in the White House.
The next debate will be in September in Houston, and the field of participants will probably be smaller. The Democratic National Committee is requiring candidates to reach 2% support in at least 4 national polls and have at least 130,000 unique campaign donors.